Our bodies thrive on variation.
Mm-hmm.
They don't thrive on too many calories. They don't thrive on not enough calories. Pretty simple, like rule book. You don't have to do any, you don't have to do any studies to know that.
Is it true 96% of people have mineral deficiencies?
Yeah, that is a CDC stat, and we know that's conservative. That was like 96%.
That's conservative?
At least, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So that was, I think, one or more. And I would agree that it's at least that from what we see. I mean, everyone has several from what we see.
I can't wait to see my hair test results.
Yeah.
Because I did a blood test and I had some heavy metals and arsenic and stuff.
Yeah, if it's showing up in your blood, then you definitely have levels of it. Because what the body tries to do is store it out, store it in tissue and get it out of the blood. So again, you're just soundbite. Your blood, your blood is absolutely you on your best behavior because the way that works, and this is for like every like just normal, hey, I only care about business sort of person, and it's also for the doctor that has gone through the highest levels of medical training. Unfortunately, they take one or less nutrition classes. They don't say you don't take 10, for example. Like I've got an army of nutritionists that know more about nutrition than any doctor, unless they've self-studied. Unfortunately, that is how it's structured.
That's how Western medicine works.
The problem is that I mean, there's many problems, but to try to keep it positive, I just always be asking your health professional that you're working with what diet they follow and why. And if you don't like that answer, I would go the other direction. I've got like a million other ways to decide if they're a good person, but you have to just understand and ask questions. And you can ask questions not knowing anything about something, right? And just go like, well, just be curious, I would say, and ultimately find someone that, if they're not fit, if they don't have a lot of energy, if they're not full of joy and optimism, I would say don't model them.
Right. It's pretty crazy. I've never been offered a hair test. I don't think that's a common thing people get offered.
No, because the results are complicated to understand. You need a professional that's trained in that, and they don't train anyone in medication school. Wow.
That is nuts, dude. So is it true the COVID vaccine has caused businesses to make less money?
Yeah, for sure. When you think about it, the productivity of people have gone way down because you'd have like at least, social hour after work or a happy hour, and like people lost that. They got out of routines. It broke those habits and routines, right? And we're 95% habits by the time we're like 35 or beyond. And so it takes a lot of rewiring. And that's why there's a lot of pain on, just stay home. But get out there, people. Get out there and live your life. You're going to need energy to do it, but you feel great after a workout, but you need the energy for the workout also. You need to sleep well. You need to be able to recover well. So I think of, nutrition really being the first and foremost. Once you get healthy, the weight, if you're overweight, it's naturally going to come off. So you just to sort of correct this like sequence of things in people's mind, you get healthy to lose the weight. You don't lose the weight to get healthy. You get healthy to lose the weight.
So that's like reverse thinking of most people.
Yeah, they're like, well, I'll be healthy once No. Your body, do you think a healthy person's body could handle the extra 500 calories every day? Yeah, for sure. They could. And then their body would regulate, their metabolism would kick up. They would deal with it. So, yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
So does energy come mainly from diet and from sleeping, you'd say? Yeah,
I mean, we even burn a lot of calories. You can sleep better and ultimately burn more calories, have a higher fasting, basal metabolism. So all of these things are possible through sleep. Sleep is really our best attempt at immortality.
Did you see Lane Norton publish a recent study on fasting?
No, but I written pretty much a whole book on fasting that I decided to roll into the book I'm writing now.
Oh, wow.
So it's definitely an area of fasted for 11 days straight, water and minerals.
Yeah, so I'd love to hear your take on it.
Healed a bunch of things.
Because he was not a believer in fasting.
Long-term fasting is different.
Intermittent.
Yeah. So there's some studies showing intermittent, both pro and con for sure. And, if you're just starving yourself and you're eating a small amount, that's not good, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Now, especially if you're just pounding a coffee and trying to get through your day and eat one meal, you can do that like a couple times a week maybe. But again, that's variation, right? Our bodies thrive on variation.
Mm-hmm.
They don't thrive on too many calories. They don't thrive on not enough calories. Pretty simple, like rule book. You don't have to do any studies to know that. I love that some people do, but yeah,
It makes sense,
right? Like I think we could just end the conversation there.
Yeah,
and go
simple
like,
enough,
guys. If you're actually hungry, you should probably eat, don't you think?
Yeah. So when you did fast for 11 days, what was the goal there? What were you trying to accomplish?
The goal there was healing my body.
Okay.
So I pulled my hamstring and I had a deep knee bruise. I was playing football and we were just like really rough. And, grass was wet, slipping and, all sorts of, having a blast. Don't get me wrong. But it was like, it was pretty extreme. We didn't take time to warm up. We just got out there and started throwing the ball around. And, all out sprinting and stuff. And no cleats or gear or anything. And, it just, that's the reason why you warm up.
Yeah.
And I played football both ways in high school. Could have wrestled in college, wrestled a ton from the time I was a kid. Always warmed up,
Yeah.
And I think because of the wrestling, I got into nutrition around the age of 8. And by the time my mom's health was slipping, I was early 20s and I knew more than most nutritionists ever would, frankly, because I was driven to do it, right? No one wants to lose in front of thousands of people.
Right.
And if nutrition is going to give you an edge, try to figure it out. And then I applied chemical engineering to understand at a deeper level, sort of like first principles. Elon popularized that phrase, and good on him for that, because we should all be thinking that way with everything. It's a more sound way of thinking. So there's a lot of nutrition advice. There's a lot of advice in every industry that just gets regurgitated, doesn't it?
Yep.
So how do you cut through that noise? You need a certain skill set that other people just don't have that's deeper. So you need the Hubble telescope. Then you see, is that a star out there? Oh, that's an entire galaxy, and look at all these stars.
Right.
It just helps you cut through noise.
Yeah, so that makes sense. You stay logical. You just follow the data, right?
Yeah, and I mean that brilliance can also come through in cultivated intuition, which comes through testing.
Mm-hmm.
So you do enough testing of different types, and you could wear CGM, and you could do a hair test every 3 months, and all these different things will improve. You can, as you get healthier too, all these things will improve your intuition, so that you could. Then you can learn muscle testing. I teach that to a lot of
muscle testing. What's that?
It's using, they say the unconscious mind is 95%, something like that, but they never tell you how to use the unconscious mind.
Interesting.
So that muscle testing accesses the unconscious mind.
Yeah, because we do the same things over and over without even realizing.
Exactly.
Yeah, I notice when I brush my teeth, I start the same tooth. I'm like, God damn it.
Right. Yeah, try to do it with the other hand. You're like, oh my God. It like feels, Yeah,
I started writing with my left hand. It's really hard, actually.
That's a way to tap into the unconscious, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Good to know.
So you can write your goals out with your right hand and then write your goals out with your left hand. Be patient. It's going to take longer.
Yeah.
If you're right-handed. Take your non-dominant hand and you'll see that the sort of, sounds crazy to say, but the heart and soul desire comes through when you take that non-dominant hand. Whoa. It's like going back to just the purest, most elemental, if you will, aspect of yourself.
Interesting. I got to try that out more.